Dave Lawrence, and I am pleased to welcome to the air a burning guitarist and performer whose first appearance in our state was a lofty one to get to do. It was opening for the Rolling Stones a few years back at Aloha Stadium. He is back tonight and tomorrow at Pipeline Cafe here in Honolulu. It is an honor to welcome to KPOI 105.9 The Big Kahuna, the great Jonny Lang. Aloha, Johnny.
Hey, man. Man, that's way too nice. Thank you.
You're a really cool dude, and pleasure to have you on. Thanks for taking a few minutes.
Absolutely.
And when I told folks I was going to get to talk to you, the number one question on a lot of people's minds, at least here in our state, was like, when he came with the Rolling Stones, did he get to spend time with them, hanging out with them? And what was it like to get to work such a high-profile gig?
Oh, man. Well, we got to do quite a few shows with them after that. That was the first of them. Yeah, that was an interesting show because I had lost my voice. And so I basically had no voice through the whole show, so it was just kind of a guitar show.
Wow.
But yeah, so that was embarrassing, 80,000 people and lose your voice. But
sure.
We kind of got that's when I really knew Hawaiian people were nice people because we kind of got the sympathy ovation after that. So,
they were very accommodating to you.
Yeah. But the Rolling Stones, I'm getting off the subject of your question. The Rolling Stones they were all really nice guys.
You get to hang with them all, basically.
Yeah, a little bit, not that much, but
who is your favorite dude to spend time with?
That's a hard question.
My buddy who gets to spend time with him every once in a while says Ron Wood was the guy who was like the most easy to talk to.
Yeah, him and Keith are hilarious. They're caricatures. They're living caricatures.
Yeah. That's a great way of describing them.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Did you continue a relationship with them since then?
Not really. I mean, we didn't exchange phone numbers or anything, but there's every now and again, you see him around and
you'll run into him.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you get to do all kinds of crazy stuff. You're my mother's favorite young musician, Johnny. She's seen you a few times. She loves listening to you, and got all excited when I told her you were going to be on my show. And she's appreciated you for a while, and you're a very young man to be as talented and to have done so much as you have. Her main thing that inspired a question out of me was, how early did you start performing, and what was it that inspired you at such a very young age to pick up the guitar and also to create the vocal sound that you have?
Well, I started playing music in a band when I was 13, and fortunately my parents allowed me to do that, and I think there's a lot of talented kids in the world that, just don't get the chance to, don't have the early support from their parents, and that can be a good thing too. Some people you need to finish school and stuff like
sure.
that. But yeah, I started real young and was able to play with great musicians right off the bat, and so I attribute that to why I'm where I am today. So, but yeah, just having really nice people around and
lots of blues records, I'm assuming, laying around you.
Yeah, well, it was funny because when I started playing, the guy who taught me how to play guitar, I wanted to start playing like Nirvana songs and Stone Temple Pilots and stuff like that, and he just said, I'm not going to teach you how to play that stuff. If you're going to take lessons from me, you're going to learn, blues, guitar.
So it was really the person who was going to teach you who got a direction, if you will, going for you.
Yeah, basically. I didn't really know what blues was before that. My parents listened to a lot of Motown and soul music when I was growing up, so that's kind of what I was raised on, but had no idea what blues music was. So.
That's a great way. That's a whole different rap. I've never heard of someone say that it had been like a teacher essentially. It was like, nah, I'm not going to teach you that Nirvana. We're going to learn some blues.
Yeah,
and that's what you're known for, really.
Yeah.
That's cool. You I was taking a look at some of you've in addition to working with some outrageous musicians, you've gotten to do some very high profile gigs. You did a thing with like in the presence of the president, correct?
Yeah.
When was that?
Well, we got to played at the White House. I can't remember what year it was. That's a good question, but
well, who was in the office?
It was Clinton.
There we go.
And yeah, it was really neat, man. It was you know, it was like a night of blues at the White House or whatever. And for whatever reason, they asked me to be there. And
B.B. King too, right?
yeah, B.B. King was there and a couple others, and it was really neat, man. They set up a tent, you know, on the south lawn of the White House, and Secret Service everywhere with their Uzis out, and you know, and playing music there. It was.
Did they search you hardcore, brother?
No, man. It was really weird. They just kind of, you walk through metal detector, and then that was it.
How close did you hang with Bill?
Yeah, well, he like, you know, there's kind of a hangout session afterward, and then he came up on stage and shook hands and the whole thing. So
did he grab a sax? Don't tell me you jammed with the president.
Oh yeah, he did, but not while I was on stage.
Okay.
But he did that night, yeah.
Damn. And were you like, now be honest here, were you saying while he was playing, were you like, damn, I wish he had gotten up there and done that when I was playing?
Oh man, you know, the whole experience was just so cool. Anyway, I was just happy to be there.
How old are you now?
I'm 24.
So you were very young when this happened too.
Yeah, I think I was probably 18 or 19 when that happened.
Hanging with the president. And all they did for security for my man was make you guys walk through metal detectors. No actual hands-on search to get right up close.
No, it was really laid back. I was really surprised.
Leader of the free world.
Yeah.
Wow, imagine that. And and BB's really cool. I've spent some time with BB a few different times. He's just dynamite. He likes you a lot, huh?
Oh man. Oh, I hope so. He's he's awesome.
I've read quotes where he says really nice things about you.
Yeah, you know, he's a. I always tell people, you know, this story, but you know, we were out on tour with him for a while, and he could have easily treated me like a little kid, and that would have been fine with me, but he didn't. You know, he was extremely just respectful and just such a nice guy and just very supportive, and I just saw how he treated everybody, and he treated everybody with dignity, you know, and I just learned a lot from that. I think I learned more from that than actually, you know, his guitar playing. So
you learn more from how he carries himself as a person than his performer side.
Yeah, it was really neat to just see that, you know, starting out, that because I always had a stigma, like as I'm sure most people do, that, you know, famous kind of rock star celebrity type people, you know, have a
attitude
and an unapproachable aspect to them, you know, and he's not like that whatsoever, you know. He's just very cool. So I said, well, if he can be like that, I can be like that, you know, if I should ever get to the point where he is someday. And so it was just very cool to see that.
That's cool that you say that, because I was only around you once before. I used to they brought me from Boston to work here, but my station in Boston, WZLX, we presented a show. And it was you and Jeff Beck.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You remember that crazy tour? It was a summer tour. It was a big outdoor place. It was called the Tweeters Center.
Yep, I do. I remember that.
And we did a big thing. And you were just so down to earth and so easygoing and stuff. I mean, you were very young, too. You're still very young. but yeah, everyone was commenting on that, too. What was Jeff Beck to hang with?
Oh, he was really nice. I didn't get to hang out too much with him, but the time I did, he was very nice. And man, I always tell people this story too. It was the only time I've ever cried listening to somebody play guitar.
Say that again?
It was the only time I've ever cried listening to somebody play guitar when I heard him.
Which jam was it? Because We've Ended as Lovers, or what was the tune that?
It was the Beatles song. See, now I'm drawing a blank. But it was you know, what's that song? I'm looking at my friends for help here, but I'm not getting it.
But that's cool though. But Jeff, I mean, you were watching a show and he was just laying into it like that, huh?
Yeah, it was just amazing. I've never heard anybody just, you know, he can just do whatever he wants, and it's just guitar straight into an amplifier, and he can just make whatever sound he wants just by
right, no tricks or anything.
Yeah, it was just unbelievable.
I love the way he just grabs it too. Like, he and Buddy Guy both have this weird way of, like, they grab it like they own the thing, and they just, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Like, there's something between the two of them that they both seem to have the same way of grabbing the guitar and holding it.
Yeah. They have no respect for their guitars.
Yeah, that's right. Like, it's a misbehaving child, and they're like, "Rah," you know, they just grab it, you know, and that's what I always love. That's cool, man. You've done just so many outrageous things. Now, your latest record is Long Time Coming?
Yep, that's right.
What's next?
Well, we're going to start recording probably within the next month or two, and that hopefully be out, you know, somewhere by February, next February. So
dig it. That'll be happening, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pleasure speaking with you, Jonny, and I'm grateful that you took the time to be on my show, and I'm stoked to be having you through town tonight and tomorrow at Pipeline Cafe.
That's awesome, man. You know, you might want to mention too, because we're doing an acoustic tour.
Okay, so it's you and what's the accompaniment?
There's me plus 4 other guys, and mostly just acoustic takes on some of the material from the past album. So
dig that. Yeah, dude.
Thank you so much.
I thank you very much, Jonny Lang.
All right, man. Thank you so much. Hey, everybody. This is Jonny Lang, and whenever I get a chance, I listen to Dave Lawrence.